All right, let's talk about social justice. Jesus came not only to achieve spiritual justice, but to set the oppressed free, to achieve social justice. That there's like this true connection. To experience real spiritual freedom is always going to be connected to what happens with freedom in our society. Spiritual justice will always be connected to social justice, and Jesus actually commands us to be a part of this process. Proverbs 31:8-9 says, "Open your mouth for the mute, for the rights of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and the needy." Isaiah 1:17 says, "Learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause." You and I are called to be a part of the process. Jesus did not sit on the sidelines as social interactions that were negative, that oppressed, were being oppressed even greater. Instead, he stepped right into the middle of it. He attacked the religious who were using what they thought was their righteousness to continue to oppress, to continue to keep people burdened. And he attacked that system to bring social and spiritual justice to all those around them. We live in a world that is all about social justice right now. This is speaking to a younger generation who is passionate about social justice, who wants to stand up for what is right, what is just, and what is good. We've seen just recently as this trial has ended and we see that true justice was being served. Regardless of how you feel about the situation, the circumstance, doing what is right and good is what you and I were called to do. And that is being a part of this system of bringing social justice to the people around us, to the oppressed, to the people who've had standards set up against them, the system set up against them, rules written to hold them back and hold them down. You and I, we are called to use our voice, to speak up and to set people free for what is right. We have to do our part. We were commanded, exampled by Jesus, of doing his part, and we are to move on that. We are to grow in that. We are to lean in to that uncomfortable place that we can often be, to have those uncomfortable conversations. This is why Jesus says the Spirit will tell you what to say. It's in these types of situations where our relationship with God has to be close. It has to be tight. Not so that you can go to your church and sing your hymns and sing your worship songs and shake a bunch of people's hand who look like you and smell like you and act like you. It's to be a part of social justice. We are to be a part of this thing that is playing out in the world around us. We're to let our light shine by being a voice for the people who have no voice. We're to be walking this out every single day as next steps as we grow in our Christianity. And that is hard. And that is a tough thing to understand sometimes. And it is a scary place to be when you feel like you don't have the answers or you feel like the situation's a little bit above your pay grade. But this is why we're to be good listeners. We're to make sure that we're using our voice to create spaces for people whose voice should be heard in these moments, standing up for what is right, standing with those who are being oppressed, making sure that the right thing is being done at the right time for the right people. That's what we're called to do. We're called to play a role in this. Social justice, it is what Jesus was about. It's what you and I are supposed to be about, making sure that we are making our voices heard for the right causes at the right time. And today, right now, is the right time for you and I. This is part of what's next. This is part of what growing in our Christianity looks like. And I invite you to keep coming back on this journey. If you like this content, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. Come keep hanging out with us as we continue this journey about what's next in our relationship with Jesus Christ. And as I always do, God bless.